for the first round. Then we move on to the second round. Then we allow this side of the table to react to the two presentations from the panelists. That will take us about 20 minutes, 25. We come back to the panelists. We give them another 2 minutes to give us further discussion. And basically what we want the panelists to do is to speak to the mandate of their respective organization in relation to the topic of discussion. And the topic we'll be looking at now is promoting peaceful democratic participation through organizational mandates to ensure credible, inclusive, and peaceful election in Nigeria. As we all know, that beyond 2027 general election, we also have what we call off-cycle election, just like we had recently in Ekiti State. Next month, we'll be having another off-cycle election in Osun State before the general election. So the panelists are so diverse as well as inclusive in nature, and also to lay the background from what the representative of IG said, that election is not only on that election day. We should all have it at the back of our mind that election is a process. And when we understand that election is a process, we all have role to play in having peaceful election. Just like AL-HABIBIYYAH and Mambayya House, they are organizing this session. This is a process towards having credible election in Nigeria. Not only towards 2027 general election, towards our election. We had election of FCT area council in February this year. So meaning we all have roles to play in having that peaceful and credible election in Nigeria. From the keynote speaker, he mentioned something that stood out for me. And I don't know whether you also noticed that. He said, our police are now more civil. It means we have moved from a point. We may not be there, but it means we know where we are going to. If Professor can tell us here that our police are now more peaceful or more civil in discharging their mandates towards having peaceful and credible election, I think they deserve a round of applause. We can do better than that for Nigerian police. If you also look at the process of our election in 2023, the number of petitions submitted has also reduced, which is very key. It means both the winners and the losers are now taking it as citizens have spoken. So it is when we look at that, because those are the indicators to measure credible and peaceful election. There is no perfect system. We'll continue to lubricate it, and we get what we are, the Nigeria that we all want to see. And I always tell people, changes, it's not necessarily you should see it immediately or you see it big. So it means when the MC asks the police, can we have peaceful election in Nigeria? The representative of IG answered affirmatively, meaning it's possible to have peaceful election. We can also celebrate on the day of election, like Ajia mentioned to us that in one country they sit out at the beach and they are all celebrating. There's nothing stop us to have that. In our neighboring country here in Ghana, I joined team of ECOWAS mission for their election, very peaceful, with little issues. meaning we should all know that election is a process. So having said that, I'm going to invite our diverse panelists to come up to hear from them, and we give them that time, as I mentioned. The first person to be invited here is the representative of Inspector General of Police, in the person of Commissioner of Police, Abayomi Shogunle, PhD, FSI. CP Abayomi Shogunle is the CP in charge of election planning, monitoring, and evaluation at First Headquarters in Abuja. You are welcome, sir. Please let's appreciate the Commissioner of Police. No, you can see. Let me also invite the Chief Operating Officer of Citizen FM, Mr. Salman Salami, to come up. Mr. Salman Salami, you are welcome. Mr. Salman Salami is coming from media to let you know that media have role to play during our election process as well too, especially around issue of misinformation and disinformation and hate speech during our electoral process. The next to be called is the representative of National Orientation Agency, Mrs. Abiodun Olayemi Ali. Please let's appreciate the representative of NOAA. That is the organization saddled with responsibility to promote programs and policies of government of Nigeria. We used to know them then as MAMSA. Their role is to town cry. Please, you can do well. Also on the panel is the National President of Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ, Malam Al-Hassan Yahaya. Please let's appreciate the National President of Nigeria Union of Journalists. He arrived early. He listened well. They are also going to tell us the role of professional bodies as it relates to media practice in the election. What types of reporting their members are pushing out. Are they taking side? Are they neutral? So those are the issues we'll be looking at with him today too. We're also expecting Reverend Dr. Joseph Ayab from Northern Christian Association, who is also the country director of the Global Peace, to come up. Thank you very much, sir, Reverend Doctor. An invitation was extended to INEC, the Electoral Management Body in Nigeria. We hope INEC will join us as we are moving on. Also to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, because they also have a role to play during the election in Nigeria, especially as it relates to vote trading during the election. But we hope the two organizations will join us. So I will pass the mic round, and I will start with Reverend Dr. Ayaz to give us some brief about the mandate of faith-based organization from Christian perspective and collaboration they have with other civil society organizations around having peaceful election and credible election, as well as inclusive election in Nigeria. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, our dear moderator.